go run a race.
If the Dolphins are going to become the first team ever to win 3 consecutive cross-country titles, then they must run a near-perfect race. DY came close to that last Saturday at the Eastern Mass Championships, placing 4 runners in the top 20.
If the kids who could run a little better last week run a little better, and the kids who ran well run the same, and Cambridge does what they did last week, I think we can pull it off. So just everybody do what they did last week or better, and should be able to pull it off.
One of DY's good luck charms is Jeff Totten, but because of a hamstring injury, Jeff won't be running. Instead, the Dolphins are looking towards sophomore Justin Souza.
I didn't even think to myself that I was the alternate, and I just, up until the start of the race, I just planned that I was running, so that way I wouldn't be nervous or didn't really know how to treat the race at all, so I feel I'm pretty prepared.
Coach, did you ever think that it would come down to this at the beginning of the season, one race for the 3rd consecutive state title?
No, I didn't think we'd be here at all. I figured we'd have a pretty good team and we'd have a chance to win the Eastern Mass, but I really didn't think we'd have a chance at the All-State. I'm as surprised as anybody.
With the DY boys cross-country team, Suzanne Mikowski, Cape 11 Sports.
Too legit to quit.
Yep, I am the talk show host. Come on down, Rick Copley.
This is Kevin Ahern with Peter Galvin reporting from Franklin Park. Back to you, Suzanne.
As you can see, JB's to the desk with sports after a long weekend sports-wise.
In fact, John, I was talking to your partner in sports crime, Suzanne Mikowski, and she was very disappointed about DY cross country.
Yeah, they were going for 3 in a row. They didn't quite make it. We'll have the highlights and reaction to their attempt next in sports.
So, John, no three-peat at DY.
No, the cross-country team couldn't get it done, Mark, on Saturday. Winning back-to-back state championships is tough enough for any team, let alone trying to win 3 in a row. Well, that was what the DY boys cross-country team went up against on Saturday in the MIAA All-State meet. The defending champions finished 4th overall in the Division I race. Suzanne Mikowski was at Franklin Park, and she has the highlights.
Emotions were running high for the DY boys cross-country team. You could see the anxiety in their faces before the race. The Dolphins had a lot to contend with on this Saturday morning. After all, they were the defending state champions, yet they weren't even favored to win. DY! As the Dolphins tried to put it all aside, Cambridge, Ridge, and Latin took advantage. Approaching the first mile of the race, it was one steady stream of runners. The Dolphins were spread out among the leaders. Peter Galvin was close behind in the 12th spot, while Jason and Craig Phillips were bunched up in the middle, having problems by being boxed in. At the end, it was all Cambridge, finishing 1-2. Peter Galvin was DY's top finisher in 10th place, nowhere near last week's 2nd place finish. Jason Phillips crossed the line in 30th place, while Craig Phillips finished 48th. When the race was over, the realization began to set in. DY had finished 4th overall. Making history by winning 3 consecutive state titles was not to be for these 7 runners who gave their heart and soul to the sport.
What I told them is that winning is pretty easy. Being a winner is pretty easy. You know how to act. When you get beaten, that's when it's really a test of character. And they all got to change their shoes and put on their sweats, and we all went out for a run together, just as we had when we won. And I was glad to see them respond that way. I think that's important.
One of my sayings from the play of Macbeth, Cambridge isn't going to win until Burnham Wood come to Dunsinane, and Burnham Wood does come to Dunsinane, and Cambridge did win. So, but we accept it, and 4th place in the state is not too bad.
We came out, we were the 4th best team in the state. I don't see a problem with that. I was hoping we'd win at least top 3, but 4th, I love it.
With the DY boys cross-country team, Suzanne Mikowski, Cape 11 Sports.
I ain't lived forever, but I've lived enough. And I've learned to be gentle, and I've learned to be tough. I found only 2 things that last till the end. One is your heroes, the other's your friends. Your heroes will help you find good in yourself. Your friends won't forsake you for somebody else. They'll both stand beside you through thick and through thin. And that's how it goes with heroes and friends. I grew up with cowboys I watched on TV. My friends and I sometimes pretended to be. Years have gone by, but now and again my heart rides the range with my heroes and friends. Your heroes will help you find good in yourself. Your friends won't forsake you for somebody else. They'll both stand beside you through thick and through thin. And that's how it goes with heroes and friends. And that's how it goes with heroes and friends.
Saying I love you is not the words I want to hear from you. It's not that